Today we're going to do something that we have never done before, and that is we're going to tell the kids adoption stories individually. So we have told a couple adoption stories on our channel. Usually it's me talking about our adoption stories, but we've never actually sat down individually with each child and got their perspective and let them tell their own story. So I thought we would do that. We're going to go ahead. Today it's going to be Lily, and then going forward we're going to sit down with each child and talk to them and get their perspective on adoption. So I thought that would be neat to do, because I'm sure all of them have their own thoughts and ideas about their story coming from their perspective. And I do have questions on my phone, so if you see me looking at that, that's why I wrote a bunch of questions down to ask her, so that way we can get her perspective. But I do want to hear first, what do you think adoption means?
So somebody who could be capable. Some people aren't capable, and some people just don't want children. And if some people get an abortion, and I personally don't think that should happen, and then they don't want them, so they put them in the system, and people can go there and meet the children, and then can't you?
You can do that in some places, yeah.
And adopt them. And I think it's amazing how you can do that, because kids who don't have parents get the chance to. And I know a lot of teens don't get adopted and end up going out and dying because they don't have support.
Yeah, there is unfortunately a lot of not good statistics for older kids who age out of the system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like Emma going into the system right now. She wouldn't get adopted.
Right. Yeah. Most likely would not.
Yeah.
Yes. And that was one of the reasons why we fostered teens for a little while, was because we wanted to help them out. A lot of times it's even really hard to place teens in foster care.
Yes. A lot of teens are also troubled in the system.
Yes. We actually did foster some teens who were in the system because of themselves, because they had really tough behaviors, and it was not the parents' fault. They were good parents. They provided food and shelter and love, and but sometimes it was just the kids who had a lot of behaviors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why most teens go out in the world, and some do survive the world, but they don't end up having a life that they should have had with a parent. Being
a good adult.
Yes. And it's sad because not a lot of them get adopted, because nobody wants somebody that they'll have for a couple years, and then so that most people
tougher,
adopt babies. And a lot of teens are difficult, and I see why that they don't. But
the closer you get to a teen, you understand teens better.
I become a teen next year.
Yeah, you're right.
So.
Lily hasn't had her birthday yet this year. It's in November, and she will be 12 this year. But yeah, you're right. Next year you will be a teenager. Oh my gosh. Okay, so why don't you tell everybody your perspective of your adoption story?
Yeah, so when I was like 5, 6, I don't know, 7, I kept hearing Jade talking about our birth mom, and eventually I went up to Mom and Jade, and I'm like, who's this? And then they told me about adoption. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep.
So that's how I learned about adoption, and that I was adopted.
And do you know, even just from hearing it, like what your story is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know your story?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jade, if you're new here, is Lily's older sister, and I would have normally started off with Jade, because Jade and Lily got placed with us together at the same time. But Jade is at a program right now where she is learning more about herself, and doing some exploring on all the cool stuff about her. And so, Lillie, do you remember how old you were when you got placed with us?
I don't remember, but I do know.
Okay, well, how old?
3 months.
You were 3 months old, yeah. And you got placed with Jade.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know how old you were when you got adopted?
3 years old?
Close.
2.
2 years old, yep. So Lillie was 3 months old when she was placed with us, and Jade was 3 years old. Okay, I am going to look at some of the questions that I have for Lillie. So you answered what is adoption. We talked a little bit about your adoption story.
Yeah.
How do you feel when people find out that you are adopted?
I feel good talking about it. And
Do you tell people openly that you're adopted, or
Yes.
do you wait for somebody to ask?
no, I feel open.
Do you talk openly about it?
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes, like, we don't necessarily always think about it, but, and I don't know, maybe you do, but, it's very obvious that you're adopted.
Yes.
Because when they see Dad and I together, you look very different than us. So then it becomes kind of obvious that you're probably adopted.
Because I'm Asian, Gavin and Christian are black, the other kids are Mexican, you guys are white. It doesn't make sense.
Well, especially when people see our family all together. Like when we take a bunch of kids to the store or something, and let's say we have Gavin and Lillie and Logan, and Rosie, and we just look like a big melting pot.
Well, Rosie one time went to the store and a lady came up to her just for precautions, wondering if Dad was her dad because they looked different.
So what happened to you?
So I had to go to the bathroom, and then as I was coming out, she was just standing there, and she said, "Do you know that man?"
And she's asking her about so she's come in
about
with Sean.
Dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she wanted to make sure Rosie was safe, and she said, yes, I'm adopted.
Yes. So she caught on to that real quick why the lady thought
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So you openly just tell people.
Yeah, I'm like at church, we go to, what is it called?
Youth group.
Youth group. And so I told him family of 17, and they're like, what? And I'm like, it's adoption.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
Yeah, all of us are adopted except 3.
Yep.
One's on my mom's side and the other 2 on my dad's.
Yep.
So
That's a good way to say it.
that's how I usually say it.
What is something you wish more people understood about adoption?
So the thing that I would want people to understand more, that just because they have trauma does not mean that they can't be a good kid and that a good child that they want.
I talk a lot about layers, right? There's always a lot of layers to someone and things that are going on. And so I feel like you have all these different things that go into it, right? Like you have, maybe they have ADHD, and that goes into it, which, is like neurodivergency. Or maybe you have the trauma piece like you're talking about. Yeah. But you're right, Lillie. I mean, just because kids have that doesn't mean they're bad kids.
Or like when they say they have too much baggage for us to take care of.
Yeah. I do think it takes a lot of dedication.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have to be the right fit
Yeah.
for it, but
Not that hard.
yeah.
They've dealt with children.
A lot.
Yeah.
We've dealt with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like we're pretty good at what we do.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing that I always say is that I feel like you make sure that it's something that you're called to do, because I do feel like God called us to play this role, and that is how I am so well equipped, and Sean is so well equipped for doing this, because we were meant to do it, right? Like we were called by God to do it, and so I think that's part of the reason.
I feel like, and it's another example is there's one candy that looks really good, and then there's the other candy that looks bad, but it's still good.
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are so many different things that go into it. But I will say, we used to get phone calls to take placements of kids. And this is when we were doing the Real Tough Kids. Do you remember the teens? Mm-hmm. And they would tell us like all the things about the teen. They did this, they did this, they did this. They, you need to know this and this and this. And I could see why people would be afraid to take them as a placement. But you have to go into it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And you have to be ready, ready to dedicate the time and the energy.
And the your mental health and their mental health, and
yeah, you're right, Lily.
Payment that goes into it, because you just
support,
food.
be able to support them.
Yeah. It's sports.
Yeah, and you have to be in a good place yourself to do it.
Yeah.
And in your relationship too. Your relationship has to be in a good place to do it.
Yeah, your partner has to be willing to do that too.
Yeah.
So if you want to adopt or have kids, your partner has to be willing to have them.
Yeah, and put that dedication into it too.
Yeah.
Here's a really good question. If another child who is about to be adopted is watching this video right now, what advice would you give them?
And enjoy the parents that are gonna adopt you, and try to go easy on them. Please try.
You act like you give us a hard time, but you don't really. Is there anything else that you'd want them to know about adoption? Like, should they be scared?
No, you should not be scared. Well, it'd be normal to be scared of getting adopted.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. Like, I'd be scared to get adopted by another family.
It probably would be harder too if it happened to you when you were older.
Yeah.
Because you came to us at 3 months old.
Yeah.
So we're really the only family you've ever known.
Yeah.
So that makes it, I think, a little bit easier. But there's still the whole component of finding out that you're adopted, knowing what that means, knowing that meant that you had another mom that carried you in her tummy, knowing that she wasn't able to take care of you and why. And I'm sure there's tons of questions, but you know the answers to all those questions.
Yes, I do.
Yes. I had a therapist tell me one time, a child should know their entire story, all of it, like every single little tiny piece of it, good or bad, by the time they're 12, because they use that to help shape their identity, and they need to know that to become who they're going to become. So out of Lily's group, we have an older sister that she's never met that actually lives with her birth dad.
She live in Iowa.
Yeah. Iowa, Illinois border somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, by the border.
Yeah. We have Jade, she's just off at a different program right now. Lillie, Gavin, Christian, and Logan.
So even in my group, I'm the middle child.
Actually, that's true, you are. Pretty much. There is 6 of you.
Yeah, that's me and Gavin.
Yeah.
It would be me and Gavin.
Yeah, you're right. You'd be the 2 middle kids.
Well, so responsibility-wise, I'm a little kid here.
You're a middle kid.
Responsibility.
Oh, you're supposed to be a middle kid. But yeah. As far as doing her stuff.
Yeah. In the kid's mind, I'm a middle kid. In my mind, I'm still a middle kid. But by age now, I am a big kid.
You are
So.
a big kid, aren't you?
Yeah, and I'll be 12 this year. In like 3 years, I'll be in high school.
Yeah. And the kids, they always want to be a big kid, right? So
Yes.
we have the big kids, the middle kids, and the little kids, and it just goes off of basically their age
And how many kids there are.
and how many kids we have in the home, and and where they fall in that rank. So, okay, let's see. Okay, last question for Lily, and then I'll talk a little bit about Lily's adoption story from our perspective. What is your favorite part about your adoption story? Do Do you have like a favorite part about it?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything.
Do you like being adopted?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't imagine myself with anyone else.
Yeah.
Not even my old foster mom.
Yeah. Lillie actually did have a foster mom, well, for the first 3 months of her life before us.
I don't remember her.
You don't?
No.
She loved Lillie very much.
Yeah, but
very much.
Jade had some trouble since she was little, some tantrums, and yeah, Jade was a bit troubling, but she's better now.
Yeah. So, so the foster mom was so worried about having to give the girls up because she was so afraid that no one would love Lillie. And do you remember why?
No.
You don't remember why? Because of Lillie's birthmark.
Oh, my bad.
She had a huge red strawberry right here on her head. And she thought that people would see that and not love her. But
Mom had that.
yes, I told her, so she told me that, and I said, oh my gosh. I said, no, I had the same exact strawberry in almost the same exact spot on my forehead. And so I told her, and so then I sent her a picture of me when I think I must have been about 1. And when she saw that, she thought that that was God working. And I think so too. I think that God gave us all the kids that we were meant to have. But yeah, that was kind of a God moment, right?
Yeah.
Because you had it and I had it, and then it put her mind at ease that Lillie would be loved because I had the same thing.
Yeah.
And mine went away.
How did you guys know each other?
And yours went away. We didn't, actually.
You didn't?
No, it was our foster care agency who decided that they were going to place you guys with us. And so then she called me so we could get together and we could, she could drop you off with us and we could do some, like we did some transition visits. Yeah. And that's how we met. And we still are friends on Facebook today.
Yeah, my first word was Dad.
All the kids'
Sorry,
first
Mom.
word was Dad. I know.
Poor Mom.
I
Wait,
know.
wasn't Baby Jay's first word?
Baby Jay's first word was Mama, I think, but
Yeah, and it
she
was-
was not with us at that time.
Oh,
Yeah. She didn't get placed with us till right before she turned a year old. From my perspective, since Dad's not here, I won't just tell his perspective. From my perspective, okay, I had been wanting a baby so bad. I had baby fever so bad because the last baby I had was Brianna, and at this time Brianna was had just turned 13 years old. And
I was 13 when
yeah, Brianna was 13.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I can't imagine Brianna being like as tall as Rosie right now. Was
Yeah.
she taller than that?
Brianna was taller than me at 11. Actually, Declan, Brianna, and Lillie were all taller than me, and I'm big Lillie.
That is a part of Dad's side. Very tall.
Yeah.
Like Declan's like
He's 6'5".
very tall.
Yep.
Sissy's very tall. Brianna is pretty tall.
She's like, I think 5'6".
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's tall on Dad's side.
Yeah.
Mom, I feel like you're like just a little bit smaller than Brianna.
Yeah, I'm 5'1".
Yeah.
5'2", maybe. So, okay, so I had wanted a baby like so bad, and then I had talked to Sean about doing foster care, and so then we decided to do foster care, and it's like so hard, right? Normally, it's hard to get a baby because everybody wants babies, but
Everybody wants the littler ones.
yeah, which I could see like starting off that way with younger kids, but then adding older kids later. And sometimes I feel like the older kids are actually more rewarding than the younger kids. But although I think, from my perspective, both. I love having any age, really. So that was when I got the, it was actually a text message, and she had sent me a picture of you guys and told me just how much she loved you guys and how sad she was that she couldn't keep you. And but we were so excited. And so Jade and Lily ended up being our very first placement ever. And then actually our very first adoption too. So, and we had you guys for, let me think. We had you a year. I think it was actually 2 years. We had them 2 years before they were adopted. So they came to us with the understanding that they were going to termination. They wanted them in an adoptive home. That way they wouldn't have to move them again. And we had said in the beginning that we were fostering to foster, but that we would be open to adoption if that happened. And so because we said that, they placed you guys with us.
Were me and Jade a case where we couldn't be separated?
Yeah, I don't think they would have separated the two of you.
Yeah.
But I don't know that she would have wanted to either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we ended up in, let's see, it was 2016, January 2016, we adopted Lily.
Yeah.
Along with some of a couple of her siblings. And then another one came along.
Yeah.
Then another one came along.
And then another one came along. And finally, that's it.
Is there anything else that you want to say about adoption?
That it's just amazing.
Yeah, I think so too. I think a lot of our kids would say that if you ask them.
Yes.
Yeah, but we will actually, because everybody's going to get a turn. So we will ask them all what they think about adoption from their perspective.
And there's only been one kid that was born a Conley in this house that isn't blood.
Yes, but shh, don't give it away.
Okay.
Okay, well, we will see you guys next time when we have the next child sit down and talk about their perspective on adoption.
Yep.
Bye.